CH was young Miami Diddy's accomplice in mistreating that other side piece Gina Huyn.
He was a he was like always belittling me and always like he, I just he was like mentally, emotionally, and physically abusing me.
This surviving Diddy series just got a whole lot messier because new details are starting to emerge that Diddy used to his ex-piece Gina Huyn, and D is being spilled about how Diddy used to really mistreat her Gina. Also said that Diddy forced her into having multiple abortions, this situation only got worse after Miami came into the picture because not only was he putting his hands on Gina, but Miami would constantly shame and diss her publicly, knowing good and well how Diddy was treating her behind the scenes.
He took one of my heels and tried to throw it at me, and then he like mushed my face and like really hard and made my nose bleed.
Okay, so it looks like Cassie's lawsuit just opened the can for a whole lot of disturbing information to come out. The lawsuit that Cassie filed contained very graphic details about how he exploited and forced Cassie into having multiple encounters with other men while he filmed it, of course, Diddy. And his team denied these allegations and accused Cassie of just trying to get a payday. However, he settled the lawsuit in less than 24 hours, and word on the street is Diddy paid Cassie much more than what as she was asking for because she had some very major dirt on him that he did not want exposed to the public. But the lawsuit being dismissed from court doesn't mean this is the end of it. See, people started digging up some receipts from the past about Diddy's very long track record of being abusive to women. In fact, they even found some old photos that Diddy posted years ago of Cassie clearly looking miserable. But at the time, no one was really suspecting of him of doing anything, so nobody took it serious. However, what really got people talking was an interview with Gina back in 2018 with Tasha K. In the interview, she detailed how Diddy manipulated her into a relationship while she was still very young and started mistreating her. Then she said Diddy used to hit her, stop on her, and even forced her to have it every single time she got pregnant. He also offered her $50K as hush money so she wouldn't tell anybody what he was putting her through.
In the beginning, like the first 3.5 years, like the first 3, 4 months, he was really nice, but then after that, he started being an ass. So like, he was like always belittling me and always like, he, he was like mentally, emotionally, and physically abusing me. He took one of my heels and tried to throw it at me, and then he like mushed my face and like really hard and made my nose bleed.
And you mind telling me what happened with that pregnancy?
I told him, and he was like, you're gonna get a right? And then I was like, I don't know. I don't know yet. And then he offered me 50,000 to get rid of it, but I turned it down because I just loved him, and I was like trying to prove that I wasn't the girl that wanted him for money.
Okay.
I just care about him.
But what most people don't know is that after this interview, did he actually force Gina back into a relationship with him again? He even forced her to do a whole press run to say nice things about him and their very toxic relationship so he could clear up his name and people would forget everything she said in the interview with Tasha K. In fact, back in 2021, Gina had an interview with the Jasmine brand where she said, at the end of the day, I really value the friendship that him and I have. I bless me in a lot of ways. I am going to be forever grateful and respect him. However, things got real messy when Diddy started hooking up with Miami. So that drama started when news hit the internet that Diddy had gotten another woman pregnant while he was still in a relationship with Miami. Gina posted a clip with her lip syncing to the lyrics, "You doing all this extra, you stupid B," and added the text when she beefing with G over a guy, but whole time he got somebody else pregnant. She also said in the caption, "City girls down by 1,000, all this sh." Now, after Miami saw this, she went off on Gina and made fun of her for allowing Diddy to manipulate her back into a relationship, even though he physically abused her in the past. Miami went as far as to bringing up the interview with Tasha K and making fun of the abortions that Diddy forced Gina to have. She said, "Gina, you've been down bad ever since I came into the picture. You've been crying for a baby for 10 years you've been used. Around as that bee that eat P and D when he feel like it you a eater? You the same bee that was crying on Tasha K cuz? You wanted a baby poor sushi? You want a baby bee. I have a career you a certified free. You haven't heard from Diddy since the awards reminiscing on Abor let that hurt go chunle. Oh, but it gets worse course. Y'all, because the streets are saying that Miami knew everything about what Gina was going through at the hands of Diddy. Miami actually slipped up and confirmed this during her back and forth with Gina. There was a tweet where she basically implied that she could make Gina eat her out, whether Gina wanted to or not, simply by telling Diddy to give her the order. She said, "If I wanted you to eat my Diddy would have you on your knees." You a eater, Jay. I mean, we all knew Miami has been Diddy's ride or die for a while now, but I definitely didn't expect her to be an accomplice torturing his victims. This is just crazy. This also explains why Miami has been very quiet ever since the allegations came out. Most people thought she wasn't saying anything because she was scared of Diddy coming for her, but it looks like she was allegedly Diddy's accomplice the whole time because she knew everything about him and chose to stay quiet. Miami was also caught going off on a fan who left a comment about Cassie's lawsuit under a picture of her and Diddy, but once again she didn't care and told the fan to get off her page. The person commented, "You ain't learning from Cassie's sister," to which Amy replied, "I think you under the wrong page." LMAO Jaguar Wright also hinted at Miami being Diddy's accomplice when she blasted her for leaving Diddy after he cut her allowance from $500K to $250K a month. According to Jaguar, the reason why Miami felt offended when Diddy cut her allowance was because she was the one keeping all his dark secrets, and she was expecting him to compensate her for keeping said secret.
What the is going on that 250,000 ain't enough?
Ladies?
Like the fact that he, I'm just saying, the fact that he cut from 500 to 200. Who the gives a shit? 200K? Who 250K? Who turning down 250K a month? What the is going on in that relationship that 250K ain't enough?
Could see some things.
That ain't worth 250K. That's got to be some dark. Like, people are not understanding that girl quit 250K. 4 million every quarter. Well, I'm sorry, $1 million every quarter.
Shit.
Now, she was getting $2 million a quarter, but then she got, you got going on. That's so deep that it ain't worth $1 million.
People immediately rushed to social media and dragged Miami to filth for sticking with Diddy despite all of the things that she knows he's done to Gina and countless other victims. One person said the Cassie and Diddy situation is why I will always look at young Miami weird as F, like girl, he's a disgusting creature. Another person said young Miami's Sammy came to an award show with a big sign for that man standing out being Diddy's biggest cheerleader, trust and believe she's doing everything he's asking, SL telling her to, and then some lol, ain't no grooming, that woman is okay with everything going on in his house. But now I want to know your thoughts. Do you think Gina is going to file a lawsuit and press charges against Diddy, maybe even Miami too? Y'all know what to do. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below, and don't forget to click here to watch this other very messy video.